The Stoics believed in mastering one's mind and emotions, knowing that true power lies in subtlety and control. What if I told you that you could turn any woman on without even laying a finger on her? Imagine creating an irresistible connection that draws her closer purely through mental, emotional, and non-verbal cues. In this video, you'll learn the techniques that only 1% of men truly understand, tools grounded in psychology and the wisdom of the Stoics. Stay tuned until the end to unlock the secrets that will transform the way you connect with women. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your experiences in the comments below. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. The power of non-physical attraction. True attraction begins in the mind. Women are inherently drawn to men who can stimulate their imagination and evoke powerful emotions, while physical appearance might catch attention. It's non-physical qualities that create lasting intrigue and emotional connection. Non-physical attraction is about showcasing traits that make you magnetic: confidence, intelligence, emotional depth, and an undeniable sense of purpose. To cultivate this, focus on becoming genuinely interesting and multifaceted. Engage deeply with your passions, whether they involve creative pursuits, professional ambitions, or personal growth. A man who is curious about the world and actively participates in it exudes an energy that naturally draws others. In this type of engagement doesn't just make you interesting, it demonstrates that you're a person with purpose and vision, qualities that women find profoundly appealing. Sharing stories is another powerful tool to build non-physical attraction. When you have meaningful or even humorous experiences to recount, you captivate her attention and spark her imagination. For instance, telling her about a challenge you overcame or a lesson you learned during a trip doesn't just entertain, it shows her who you are at your core. Stories reveal depth, resilience, and character, making you more than just someone she looks at. You become someone she feels connected to. The Stoics, known for their timeless wisdom on human behavior, emphasize the importance of inner strength and authenticity. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be." D1. This principle is key to non-physical attraction. Rather than trying to prove yourself or overcompensate with external displays, focus on embodying the qualities of a truly good and compelling man. Confidence, for example, doesn't come from bragging or showing off. It comes from knowing who you are and embracing your strengths and imperfections. Confidence is magnetic when paired with humility. A man who carries himself with quiet assurance, without needing validation from others, draws people in effortlessly. This kind of self-possession makes a woman feel safe and intrigued, as she senses that your value isn't dependent on external factors or her approval. Similarly, emotional depth allows you to connect with her on a level beyond surface attraction. By being in touch with your emotions and showing empathy, you demonstrate that you're capable of understanding her feelings and creating a meaningful bond. Another key element of non-physical attraction is mystery. Instead of laying everything about yourself on the table, leave room for her to wonder. Share glimpses of your thoughts, aspirations, and values, but don't reveal everything at once. For example, if you're passionate about a personal project, mention it casually, but don't go into exhaustive detail. Let her curiosity build, creating a sense of intrigue that keeps her wanting to learn more about you. A mysterious and multidimensional personality is irresistible because it suggests that there's always more to discover. It's also essential to strike a balance between expressing interest and maintaining independence. Instead of chasing her, focus on creating opportunities for her to be intrigued by you. Women are naturally drawn to men who are secure in themselves and don't feel the need to seek constant validation or attention. By prioritizing your own goals and living with purpose, you send a powerful message. You are a man who values himself, and anyone who enters your life must earn their place. There, a great way to reinforce non-physical attraction is through meaningful conversation. Ask open-ended questions that encourage her to share her thoughts, dreams, and values. Listen attentively and respond in ways that show you're genuinely interested. Thoughtful dialogue not only builds emotional intimacy, but also highlights your intelligence and depth. Women appreciate men who can engage their minds and connect with them on an intellectual level. Finally, embodying non-physical attraction means striving for continuous self-improvement. Take the time to work on your character skills and passions. When you commit to personal growth, you not only elevate yourself, but also inspire those around you. This ongoing journey creates a magnetic energy that others can't help but be drawn to by focusing on the qualities that make you truly unique and intriguing. You'll become the kind of man who doesn't need to rely on touch to attract someone. Instead, you'll inspire a connection that's built on respect, curiosity, and admiration. Women are captivated by men who live with purpose and depth, and when you embrace these qualities, you'll naturally draw her attention and hold it in a way that's far more powerful than anything physical. Chapter 2: How to Make Her Feel Seen. The Power of Attention. One of the most profound ways to captivate a woman is by making her feel truly seen and heard. Women deeply crave emotional connection, and when you give her your genuine attention, you create an unparalleled sense of intimacy that can ignite attraction on a psychological and emotional level. At the heart of this lies the art of active listening when she speaks. Don't simply hear her words, immerse yourself in their meaning and make her feel like her thoughts, feelings, and experiences genuinely matter to you. Pay attention to the subtle details she shares and remember them. Then demonstrate that you've been listening by weaving those details into your future interactions. For instance, if she tells you about her favorite childhood memory, like baking cookies with her grandmother, bring it up in a meaningful way later, saying something like, "I saw a bakery today, and it reminded me of what you said about baking with your grandmother." Shows her that her words have stayed with you. These small but significant gestures convey that you value her thoughts and experience. It's not about grand declarations, but about showing her through consistent actions that she matters. When a woman feels understood and appreciated on an emotional level, it creates a connection that transcends physical attraction. Your tone and body language also play a pivotal role in how your attention is perceived. Maintain steady eye contact when she's speaking, not as a formality, but as a way to truly connect. Nod sly or respond with affirming phrases to show you're engaged. Lean slightly toward her when she's sharing something personal, signaling that her words have your full focus at the same time. Avoid distractions, like checking your phone or appearing disinterested. These subtle nonverbal cues reinforce your active presence in the moment. Epicus, the Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of listening when he said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This timeless wisdom serves as a reminder of the power of silence and attentiveness. When you resist the urge to dominate conversations or rush to give advice, you create space for her to open up. Listening isn't just about understanding her words. It's about allowing her to feel that her voice matters and that she's safe to express herself without judgment. Beyond active listening, attention is also about anticipating her needs and feelings. Pay attention to her body language and tone, as they often reveal emotions. She might not articulate, for example, if she seems stressed or distracted. Ask her about it gently. "You seem a little off today. Want to talk about it?" This kind of awareness demonstrates emotional intelligence and shows that you're attuned to her well-being. Another way to make her feel truly seen is to celebrate her individuality. Compliment her on qualities or behaviors that others might overlook, instead of saying something generic. Like, "You're pretty." Say, "I admire how passionate you are about your work." It's inspiring to see someone care so much about what they do. Such compliments show that you're paying attention to who she is, not just how she looks. Engaging her in meaningful conversations can deepen this sense of connection. Ask open-ended questions that encourage her to share more about herself, such as what's the most fulfilling thing you've done recently, or what's something you've always wanted to do but haven't yet. These types of questions signal genuine curiosity about her inner world, making her feel valued and understood. Lastly, remember that making her feel seen is a continuous process, not a one-time effort. Consistently show up with presence and sincerity in your interactions over time. This builds trust and reinforces the emotional bond between you. Women are drawn to men who make them feel special, not through grandiose gestures, but through thoughtful, consistent attention that makes them feel truly understood and appreciated. By embracing this practice, you'll find that the emotional connection you build can be even more powerful than physical interaction. When a woman feels genuinely seen and valued, she's more likely to open her heart to you, and in doing so, you'll create a relationship. Dynamic rooted in authenticity, mutual respect, and lasting attraction. Chapter 3. Challenge her. Subtly playing hard to get attraction thrives on challenge, and women are inherently drawn to men who stand firm in their own standards and values. This doesn't mean acting cold, aloof, or disinterested, but rather conveying that your attention is earned, not something freely given. It's about striking the delicate balance between being engaged and maintaining your independence, which creates an irresistible sense of intrigue. Suddenly playing hard to get can take many forms, but the essence lies in prioritizing your goals, passions, and commitments over her immediate demands. This signals to her that you respect your time and energy, which in turn demonstrates your value. For instance, instead of being overly available or dropping everything to accommodate her schedule, let her anticipate when she'll see you next. The anticipation builds excitement and makes your presence more significant when you do connect. Being a challenge doesn't mean ignoring her or playing manipulative games. It's about showing that while you're interested, you're also deeply committed to your own growth and purpose. When you set boundaries around your time and priorities, you communicate that you're a man of discipline, a man who cannot be easily swayed from his path. This self-respect naturally inspires admiration and curiosity as she begins to see you as someone worth chasing rather than someone chasing her. The Stoics, known for their mastery of self-control and balance, offer timeless wisdom that applies here. Seeker. One of the great Stoic philosophers famously stated, "If you really want to escape the things that harass you, what you're needing is not to be in a different place, but to be a different person." This speaks to the idea that true change and growth come from within. When you hold yourself to high standards, you challenge others, including her, to rise to meet you. This dynamic fosters mutual respect, admiration, and a deep sense of attraction. Another way to create this subtle challenge is by maintaining a sense of mystery. Avoid revealing everything about yourself right away. Share parts of your life and your personality, gradually allowing her to discover layers of who you are over time. This keeps her engaged and intrigued, as she'll want to know more about the man who doesn't lay all his cards on the table. For example, if she asks about your passions, give her a glimpse. Say, "I've been working on something exciting lately. I'll share more when the time's right." This approach sparks curiosity and gives her something to look forward to. Factions also play a crucial role in subtly playing hard to get. Your behavior should align with your words, reflecting your confidence and independence. For instance, if you're working on a personal project or have plans with friends, don't cancel them. Just because she asks for your time respectfully, let her know that you're unavailable, but suggest an alternative time to meet. This shows that while you value her, you also value yourself, a quality that's inherently attractive. Additionally, recognize the power of delayed gratification in today's world of instant responses and constant connectivity. Holding back slightly can make your interactions more impactful. Don't always respond to her messages immediately. Take your time to craft thoughtful replies that add depth to your conversations. This doesn't mean ignoring her, but rather showing that you're deliberate in your actions, which reinforces the idea that your attention is special and meaningful. Ultimately, the art of playing hard to get is rooted in authenticity. It's about genuinely being a man who values his own journey, aspirations and standards. When you embody this mindset, you don't have to act or pretend. It naturally comes through in your actions, words and demeanor. Women are drawn to men who inspire them to grow, challenge their own limits, and bring out the best in themselves by becoming the kind of man who holds himself to high standards and pursues his passions with determination. You create a dynamic where attraction becomes a two-way street. You're not just seeking her approval, you're inviting her into a world where mutual respect, growth and intrigue thrive. This balance not only deepens your connection, but also ensures that the attraction you build is rooted in authenticity and lasting value. Chapter 4. The art of suggestive language and tone. The way you speak can evoke powerful emotional and psychological responses. Suggestive language doesn't have to be overtly sexual. It's about weaving subtlety and intentional phrasing into your communication to spark her imagination and draw her into the moment. Speak slowly and deliberately with pauses that allow your words to sink in and linger in her mind. Your phrasing should feel intentional and personal. Use vivid descriptive language to paint pictures that are both relatable and intriguing. For instance, rather than simply saying you're beautiful, you might say there's something about the way you carry yourself. It's so magnetic, like you command the entire room without even trying. Such phrasing feels deeper, more thoughtful and far more engaging. It encourages her to interpret your words in ways that resonate with her own feelings, making the interaction more meaningful. The tone of your voice is equally important. A calm and steady tone conveys warmth, confidence and authority, creating an air of intrigue and anticipation. Lower your voice slightly when delivering a meaningful point or a compliment, as if you're sharing a secret meant only for her. This subtle shift can make your words feel more intimate and impactful. The Stoics, masters of emotional control and measured behavior, understood the profound influence of deliberate speech. Marcus Aurelius, one of a great Stoic philosophers, wisely observed, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This principle can be applied to the way you communicate by mastering your voice, your choice of words, and your delivery. You take control of the interaction, creating a captivating presence that leaves a lasting impression. Incorporate storytelling into your conversations as another layer of suggestive language. Share personal anecdotes or experiences that evoke emotion, but leave space for her to fill in the gaps with her imagination. For example, instead of saying "I love the ocean," say there's something about standing at the edge of the shore as the waves crash, feeling the breeze and watching the endless horizon. It's like the world pauses for a moment. This not only reveals a glimpse of your inner world, but also invites her to picture herself in that scene, connecting on a deeper level. Pay attention to your body language as you speak, as it complements your words and tone. Maintain steady eye contact, but soften your gaze to convey warmth rather than intensity. Subtle gestures like leaning in slightly when making a point or smiling at the right moment can enhance the emotional impact of your words. These nonverbal cues align with your language to create an atmosphere of connection and understanding. the art of suggestive language, and tone is about creating a balance between subtlety and depth. It's not about impressing her with grand declarations or elaborate metaphors, but about fostering an environment where your words resonate on a personal level. When you speak with intention, warmth, and authenticity, you open the door for her to feel truly seen and understood. Remember, the way you communicate is a reflection of your inner self. When you take the time to craft your words and control your tone, you exude a sense of composure and self-assurance that is undeniably attractive. Master this art, and you'll discover that your presence speaks volumes long before you utter your first word. Chapter 5: The Eyes Have It. Powerful eye contact. Eye contact is often overlooked as a tool for connection, but it holds unparalleled power in fostering intimacy and attraction. It's a language in itself, a form of non-verbal communication that can speak volumes without a single word being uttered. The way you look at a woman can create a connection so profound that it lingers in her thoughts long after the moment has passed. Eye contact, when executed with intention and subtlety, can evoke emotions that words alone cannot. When you maintain steady, soft eye contact, you're sending a message of confidence, presence, and genuine interest. The confident man who isn't afraid to hold her gaze stands out. It shows that you're comfortable in your own skin and have nothing to hide, but the key to mastering this art is balance. There's a fine line between holding her gaze with intensity and making her feel uncomfortable by staring excessively. Let your gaze shift naturally as the flow of the conversation dictates, but always bring it back to hers. Moments of silence, often feared as awkward, are golden opportunity. Ties to deepen your connection through eye contact. Imagine sharing a quiet moment during a conversation instead of filling the silence with unnecessary chatter. Let your eyes do the talking. Look into hers with a soft intensity, as if you're searching for something beyond the surface. This creates a magnetic pull, a sense of depth and curiosity that captivates her attention. The Stoics understood the value of presence, an essential element in forging meaningful connections. Epictetus said, "Wherever you find yourself, always make the most of it." Eye contact is an act of presence. It shows her that you are fully engaged in the moment, undistracted by outside concerns or wandering thoughts. In a world full of distractions, giving her your undivided attention through your gaze makes her feel valued, respected, and desired. Beyond conversation, eye contact plays a crucial role in building tension and attraction. A well-timed glance can be more powerful than any overt gesture. For example, catching her eye from across a room and holding it for just a moment longer than usual sends a subtle yet unmistakable signal of interest. That fleeting exchange can spark curiosity and anticipation, leaving her intrigued about you. When you're speaking to her, your eyes can amplify the emotional impact of your words. Pairing heartfelt statements with steady eye contact adds authenticity and weight to what you're saying. It shows that you mean every word and that she has your full attention. Similarly, when you're listening, let your eyes communicate your engagement, a gentle nod or a slight narrowing of the eyes to show. Focus reinforces that you're truly absorbing her words. There's also a physical reaction to eye contact that science supports. Prolonged gazes between two people can stimulate the release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone which fosters feelings of trust and closeness. This physiological response underscores why eye contact is such a powerful tool in creating emotional and even physical attraction. However, mastering the art of eye contact requires practice and self-awareness. For instance, if you are nervous or unsure of yourself, your eyes might dart around, betraying your lack of confidence. To counter this, focus on grounding yourself before engaging in conversation. Take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and remind yourself to stay present. Your calm demeanor will naturally reflect in your gaze. It's also essential to read her responses to your eye contact, while a confident and lingering gaze can be enchanting. It's crucial to ensure she's comfortable if she looks away briefly and then returns her gaze. It's a sign that she's intrigued. On the other hand, if she avoids your eyes altogether, she might be feeling uneasy or shy, and you should adjust accordingly. Eye contact isn't just about attraction, it's about understanding and connection. When you use your eyes to convey empathy or vulnerability, you show her a side of you that's real and relatable. For example, if she's sharing something deeply personal, holding her gaze with a soft and compassionate expression, indicates that you're there for her without judgment. This level of emotional engagement strengthens the bond between you and deepens her trust. Cultural differences and personal preferences also play a role in how eye contact is perceived. In some cultures, prolonged eye contact may be seen as confrontational or inappropriate. It's important to be mindful of these nuances and adjust your approach based on the context and the individual you're interacting with to truly harness the power of eye contact. Combine it with other elements of body language. A subtle smile can soften your gaze and make it more inviting, while a slight tilt of your head conveys curiosity and openness. Matching your eye contact with an occasional touch, such as a gentle tap on her arm, when emphasizing a point, can further enhance the connection. Incorporating eye contact into your daily interactions not only improves your ability to connect with women, but also boosts your overall communication skills. You'll find that people respond more positively when they feel seen and heard, and this practice can benefit your relationships, career, and personal growth. Chapter 6. Building tension through mystery. Attraction thrives in the delicate balance between certainty and curiosity. It's in that gray area where the imagination runs wild and emotional investment deepens. Mastering the art of mystery doesn't mean being cold or overly secretive. Instead, it's about creating a sense of intrigue by revealing just enough to pair her interest while leaving her craving more. This subtle technique not only builds anticipation, but also strengthens the emotional connection, making her think about you even when you're not around. Imagine this: she asks you about your day. A straightforward answer like, "I went to work, had a meeting and came home," closes the conversation and leaves no room for engagement. On the other hand, if you say something like, "I had a meeting today that might open up some exciting opportunities, but I can't share too much just yet," you immediately create curiosity. She'll start wondering, what's this opportunity? Why can't he share it yet? This gap in knowledge keeps her mind occupied, replaying the interaction and anticipating the moment when you'll eventually reveal more mystery works, because it activates her imagination. The human brain is naturally wired to filling gaps, and when you leave room for interpretation, she'll begin to build a narrative around you. This narrative isn't just about what you said, it's about how she feels. When she thinks about you by being deliberate with what you reveal, you give her the space to idealize and romanticize you, turning you into a puzzle she's eager to solve. The Stoics deeply understood the power of restraint. Seneca wisely observed, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." This idea applies directly to building tension through mystery. When you show restraint in how much you disclose, you create a sense of value and exclusivity around your thoughts and experiences. It's not about withholding to manipulate, it's about recognizing that not everything needs to be shared immediately. Building mystery extends beyond words. It's also in your actions and demeanor. Let's say you're planning a weekend getaway. Instead of detailing every activity you've lined up, offer a glimpse. "I'm working on something for this weekend that I think you'll really enjoy. I can't wait to see your reaction." This statement accomplishes two things. It sparks curiosity, and it subtly communicates that you've put thought into planning something special. She'll spend time wondering what it could be, heightening her excitement and investment. Your body language can also amplify the sense of mystery. For example, a thoughtful pause before responding to a question creates an air of deliberation. Pair this with steady eye contact and a slight, enigmatic smile, and you'll leave her intrigued about what's going on in your mind. Similarly, being selected with your attention, offering focused engagement at times, while pulling back occasionally keeps her guessing and maintains an emotional push and pull dynamic that builds tension naturally. One of the most effective ways to maintain mystery is to avoid oversharing early in the relationship. It can be tempting to lay everything on the table, hoping that transparency will foster a stronger connection. However, revealing too much too soon can dilute the sense of wonder and discovery that makes relationships exciting. Instead, think of your story as a book with chapters. Reveal one chapter at a time, allowing her to savor each layer as it unfolds. Mystery also ties into your lifestyle and how you carry yourself. When you're a man who is genuinely passionate about your pursuits and fully engaged in your own life, you naturally exude an air of intrigue. She'll wonder what drives you, what your ambitions are, and how she fits into your world. This dynamic places you in a position of value, as she realizes that being with you means gaining access to a life filled with depth and purpose. For example, instead of being readily available at all times, prioritize your commitments and passions. If she notices that you're not always at her beck and call, it subtly communicates that your life is full and that your time is precious. This doesn't mean playing games or ignoring her. It's about demonstrating that while you care for her, you also have a sense of individuality and independence. Another crucial aspect of building mystery is knowing when to walk away from conversations or interactions. Ending a discussion on a high note rather than dragging it out leaves her wanting more. For instance, if you're on a call and things are going well, don't wait for the conversation to fizzle out. Instead, say, "I've really enjoyed talking to you, but I need to get back to something. Let's pick this up later." This creates a sense of incompleteness, making her look forward to your next interaction. Lastly, remember that mystery should never cross the line into being deceptive or manipulative. The goal is to enhance attraction and deepen emotional connection, not to create confusion or frustration. Be honest and authentic, but recognize that a little restraint can go a long way in keeping the spark alive when done right. Mystery transforms you into someone she's eager to uncover. She'll find herself replaying your conversations, wondering about your thoughts, and craving more of your presence. The combination of curiosity and anticipation will keep her engaged, ensuring that you remain on her mind long after the interaction has ended. In essence, building tension through mystery is an art of balance. It's about sharing just enough to wing her while maintaining a sense of depth that she'll want to explore. By embodying this principle, you not only create a powerful sense of attraction, but also establish yourself as a man of substance, someone worth chasing. Chapter 7. Emotional stability, your greatest asset. Emotional stability is one of the most powerful and underrated traits a man can possess. It's not just about keeping your cool, it's about projecting a sense of unwavering strength and dependability. Women are naturally drawn to men who can maintain composure even in the face of adversity, because it signals maturity and reliability, qualities that are rare and deeply attractive. Imagine a situation where she's upset, overwhelmed, or even intentionally testing your patience. These moments are not accidents, they are opportunities. How you handle yourself in such instances can make or break the dynamic of attraction. A man who reacts impulsively, whether with anger, defensiveness, or excessive emotionality, shows a lack of control. On the other hand, a man who stays calm, measured, and thoughtful communicates that he is grounded and secure within himself. The key to emotional stability lies in your ability to pause before reacting when faced with a challenge. Take a moment to breathe, process, and decide on the best course of action. This small act of restraint can have a profound impact on how she perceives you. It shows her that you're not easily rattled, that you possess a depth of character and self-control that she can depend on. The Stoics understood the immense power of mastering one's emotions. Epictetus famously taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it, that matters." This principle is timeless by choosing to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. You demonstrate that external circumstances or fleeting emotions do not dictate your behavior. This type of emotional mastery is magnetic. It creates a sense of safety and intrigue. Think of emotional stability as a foundation for your entire personality. It's the quality that allows you to remain unshaken in the face of life's unpredictability. When she sees that you don't crumble under pressure, she begins to trust you are not just as a romantic partner, but as someone who can provide security and balance in her life. Trust, once established, lays the groundwork for deeper attraction and connection. This doesn't mean suppressing your emotions or pretending to be unaffected by everything. True stability is about processing your feelings in a healthy way and expressing them when appropriate. For instance, if she's venting about something that upset her, don't immediately try to fix the problem or dismiss her feelings. Instead, listen attentively and respond with empathy. A simple, calm acknowledgement, like "I can see why you feel that way," can go a long way in making her feel understood. While maintaining your composure, emotional stability also involves staying true to your values and not allowing external factors to sway you if she tries to provoke you. Whether consciously or unconsciously, don't take the bait. For example, if she makes a sarcastic comment or brings up a sensitive topic, resist the urge to react defensively. Instead, address the situation with clarity and poise. You might say, "I'm not sure what you meant by that, but let's talk about it." This approach neutralizes tension while showing her that you're mature enough to handle conflict constructively. Another essential aspect of emotional stability is being consistent. Women are naturally more emotional, and they often look to their partners for grounding. If your mood swings drastically or your behavior becomes unpredictable, it can create instability in the relationship. By staying consistent in your actions and emotions, you provide a steady presence that she can rely on over time. This steadiness builds respect and admiration, deepening the connection between you. It's important to remember that emotional stability isn't about being passive or indifferent. It's about actively choosing to be the calm in the storm, even when situations escalate. Your ability to remain level-headed demonstrates that you're in control, not just of the moment, but of yourself. This self-mastery is incredibly appealing because it suggests that you're capable of handling life's challenges with grace. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This wisdom is crucial in understanding how emotional stability affects attraction. When you focus on controlling your reactions rather than external circumstances, you project an aura of inner strength. This makes you stand out as a man who is not only confident but also deeply self-assured. Over time. Emotional stability fosters an environment of trust and comfort. It allows her to feel safe opening up to you because she knows you won't overreact or judge her. It also positions you as a leader in the relationship, someone who can guide and support without being overbearing. Leadership, in this sense, isn't about dominance. It's about providing the emotional security that every woman craves in a partner. When she sees that you're a man who remains calm under pressure, who processes emotions without being ruled by them, and who approaches challenges with thoughtfulness and confidence, she'll be drawn to you in ways she can't fully explain. It's not just about turning her on in the moment. It's about creating a lasting impression of strength and dependability that keeps her invested in you. In essence, emotional stability is the quiet confidence that comes from knowing who you are and standing firm in that knowledge. It's a skill that requires practice and self-awareness, but its rewards are immeasurable by embodying this quality. You become the man she can't help but chase not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Turning a woman on without touching her is about mastering your energy, words, and presence. When you embody the principles of non-physical attraction, deep attention, and emotional control, you create a magnetic connection that goes beyond physicality. Now it's time to put these techniques into action. Remember to like, subscribe, and share your story in the comments. Let's keep the conversation going.